Murphy's Law. Not Murray's Law, people. Pay attention. I said Murphy's Law. Murray, that guy has no law. He's lawless. He's an outlaw. Besides being a big mooch. Anyway, Murphy's Law states, if anything can go wrong, it will go wrong. In my opinion, Murphy was an optimist. I mean, son of a bitch. My day is really starting out on the wrong foot. From having to restart my computer several times. It's talking back to me, people. To missing the garbage can with the coffee grounds. In fact, when I added more coal to the stove about a half hour ago, by tossing in a 5-gallon bucket of coal, 50% went in the stove, 50% ended up on the ground in front of the stove. Did I swear? Well, let me ask you this. Is the Pope Catholic? And yes, I was at the bottom Peter Pit yesterday. The wind was a bitch. But I won't bitch, because it could be worse. Yes. Words, spelling, and negativity. But being old and wise, I'm going to get a handle on this. I will maintain a positive attitude. I will make lemonade out of all the lemons life hands me. And I will tell you this. Stay tuned, people, because I'm just getting started on Saturday, the 3rd of December, 2022. Now, spinning off of yesterday's podcast, today I'm going to deal with just one word. A most powerful word. A word that when most people hear it, not bottom feeders, of course, this word conjures up, casts spells, some pretty powerful images in our minds. Oh yeah. This word was made famous over 200 years ago in the following quote. Here we go. Is life so dear, or peace so sweet, as to be purchased at the price of chains and slavery? Almighty God, I know not what course others may take, but as for me, give me liberty, or give me death. And there you have it, people. The word is liberty. And when you hear that word, what conjures up? What spell is cast in your mind? What comes to mind when you hear it? It was the patriot and revolutionist Patrick Henry who spoke those words to his fellow patriots when discussing the wisdom, the why for, in going to war against Mother England. Now, we've been told to proclaim liberty throughout the land, from sea to shining sea. We've been told to seek liberty and justice for all. The motto of the French Revolution was liberty, fraternity, and equality. The French gave us the Statue of Liberty in New York Harbor, Liberty Island. Even Toby Keith sings, when you hear Mother Liberty ringing her bell. You know who else knows about liberty? Sailors. Now hear this, Liberty Call. Oh yeah, we love Liberty Call. Get up, get out of bed, Subic Bay is dead ahead. And there's another verse of that, but we'll skip it for now. Liberty Call. But now here's the rub, people. Here's the dark side. All us military personnel take an oath to uphold and defend the Constitution from all enemies, foreign and domestic, but no military personnel have any constitutional rights or protections. Nope, no way. We were governed by the UCMJ, the Uniform Code of Military Justice. Justice, like liberty and justice for all. We had liberty, and we had justice in the form of the UCMJ, but we never had freedom. Patrick Henry was a highly educated man, a man of serious learning. He knew what words meant. He knew the difference between liberty and freedom. Patrick Henry even mentioned Almighty God in his quote that I just read you. For Patrick Henry knew freedom can only come from God. The best you're going to get from men is liberty and justice. And Patrick Henry was not only skeptical, but pissed off at the delegates to the Constitutional Convention held in Philadelphia. The delegates were sent there to put some teeth in the Articles of Confederation. But now they closed the doors, met in secrecy for 3 days, and emerged with a totally new and foreign form of government, a constitutional republic. And Patrick Henry wondered who were them guys to call themselves we the people and speak for all the rest of us. Well, piss and moan all you want, didn't change anything. We got it, a constitutional republic. I don't know why him or anyone else would expect anything different when you gather a bunch of Masons together in secrecy. What do Masons believe in? Liberty, fraternity, and equality. Masonic temples are fraternal organizations. After all, are they not? I mean, come on, jump in here, people. Correct me if I'm wrong. And what did the Apostle Paul say? It is a shame to discuss what men do in secret. Oh, and by the way, Dan the Mason Man, yep, he's still hanging around at the bottom of Peter Pit. So, the liberty-loving patriots won the war for independence from the King of England in 1781. Now, isn't that what our government schools teach? You know the government schools that fulfill the 10th plank of the Communist Manifesto, free education for all in government schools. You know the 10 planks that not one politician ever rallies against? I think Ron Paul bitched about the 5th plank, but nobody, Trump, Biden, Obama, Clinton, Bush, nobody says anything about the 10 planks that aren't allowed to land here. No, they talk about the Constitution, the powerless Constitution. So that's what our government schools teach, that we won the War of Independence from England in 1781. But you know what them schools never seem to fail to mention? The Treaty of 1783, people, signed after the hostilities ended in 1781. Nor did the schools ever get around to tell you the fact the British Army didn't leave America until 1796. Well, gee whiz, Batman, that is 15 years after we won the war. Now, how cool is that? For those who care, I'm going to leave a link to a very most excellent video, 27 minutes long. That should scare some of you. That will explain in detail we did not win the Revolutionary War, people. That George W. Bush was correct in saying the Constitution is just a goddamn piece of paper, unquote. And the Constitution grants us no rights. We could talk a little bit about a guy named Lysander Spooner, who was a legal jurist who ran a competitive postal service to the U.S. government at the end of the Civil War, and that's why the post office now has a monopoly. He was kicking their ass with his private mail service, making the government look stupid. You think they look stupid then? How do you think they do today? So he wrote, the Constitution of No Authority. Yeah, it says there's treason, but it doesn't penalize treason, not nowhere. And he said, after the Civil War, he was dead set against it. Why couldn't the southern states who voluntarily joined the Union voluntarily leave the Union? He said, this Constitution, if it didn't allow it, it sure had no power to prevent it. Yeah, we could go there, but I suggest you watch the 27-minute video and learn what the real law is. Remember, the military is governed by the Uniform Code of Military Justice. Well, people, it's time you found out about the Uniform Commercial Code, the UCC, because there, ladies and gentlemen, is the real law of the land. Okay, any right you think you have that you can't defend is a fantasy, a mental illusion, people, mental masturbation. We've been lied to, and we are being lied to. Now, why is this so critical? Why am I bringing up all this stuff, the Treaty of 1783? And that was a big deal. That was a big one. But there is a new treaty coming, people, very, very soon. It is the World Health Organization's Pandemic Treaty. Have you heard about it? Have you read about it? You know about it. That's the treaty that the Secretary of State Blinken and the imposter-in-chief in the White House, Biden, could sign, effectively bypassing the Senate's role in ratification. But look at the Senate, people. It's a clown show. They will pass whatever they're told to pass. So you have no protection, even bypassing the Senate. Now, I mentioned in the past the UN Blue Helmets. If this treaty comes into effect, which it most certainly will, what you see in China today, you will see in America tomorrow. You'll see the Blue Helmets, people, but you'll see a lot of people in white suits. Yep, heavily armed, body armored up. They'll be knocking on your door. We have a treaty, and we're here to enforce it. It's that serious, people. It really is. And I seriously have got stuff to do, even though it's Saturday.